It's a surprising pick for the New England Patriots at number 91 overall, going with the tight end Devin Asiasi, UCLA.
I'm absolutely shocked. I mean, look, Devin Asiasi is a good pass-catching tight end threat, but Hunter Bryant from Washington is still on the board, and he is much more explosive, much more athletic. Now, he's not quite as big as Devin Asiasi, but the thing with Asiasi is the size doesn't matter because he's not going to be a run blocker by any means. I mean, he truly is only really a pass-catching option at tight end. He's a ways to go in the ability as far as run blocking or even pass pro if you're going to keep him in. So this is incredibly surprising to me. I think there's other better options, even Harrison Bryant out of FAU, if you're looking for a pass-catching option, but I still would have taken Hunter Bryant out of Washington. This is kind of a shock that they would even trade up to make this selection.
Adam Troutman from Dayton, also a guy that's, ranked higher than Asiasi here. This is Belichick kind of just runs to his own, beats the, goes to the beat of his own drum. So he's out there he's at his table with his dog over there. He's in his own world. Clearly, he finds value in players that a lot of people don't. And I think sometimes you can get a little bit cute with that, and you can, try to ignore some of the noise. This, I think it's a stretch at this point, and I don't think it's a good fit. I think there were a lot of better options, not just one or two, but probably 4 or 5 better options at tight end. I get trying to get a pass-catching tight end. I just think there were a lot better options.
Do we have Pete Prisco? I would love to hear a grade on this, Pete.
Yeah, I give this a C-. I'm in agreement with you guys. There were much better options. Troutman, heck, Parkinson from Stanford's a better option. I just don't like this pick. Remember, though, this is a guy who once upon a time had a move tight end who caught a lot of passes, not Rob Gronkowski, but by the name of Aaron Hernandez. And they're always looking for that guy. Brady, when Mercedes Lewis came out of UCLA, he was considered a run-catch guy who couldn't block. He ended up becoming a really good blocker who couldn't catch. So maybe they can hope that he can transition to an inline guy.
Yeah, Mercedes Lewis, though, to me, doesn't have the same type of explosiveness. I mean, if that's what you're looking to draft, again, Hunter Bryant's your guy. Heck, Bryson Hopkins, his father played in the NFL, who had a basketball background. He would be your guy at Purdue. It's surprising from that standpoint. But again, it's Bill Belichick.
He traded
the New England Patriots, and you have to trust them in their evaluation of what they feel like their need is. I think if there's one thing that I would take away from this draft, looking at some of even the disciples, even like the Miami Dolphins, for example, where from what I saw on film, obviously it doesn't jive with what Chris Greer and Brian Flores think, but those are the guys they like, and they are addressing positions that are positions of need. That is the one thing you can't deny in this. That is a position of need for the Patriots, that tight end spot.
I totally forgot where we were going next, but I think it was to Jonathan Jones talking New England Patriots, because earlier in the day, Jonathan, you referenced that O.J. Howard might be on the trade block, and maybe the Patriots would try to go after him. Does this end that kind of speculation?
Well, it's kind of been up in the air. So O.J. Howard was absolutely on the trade block, and honestly, before the draft, I believe he could have been had for a 3rd-round draft pick. And so what I was eyeing was something in that late 90s, maybe the 100th overall selection, if the Patriots wanted him, of course, to go out there and get him. Well, clue number 1 that they didn't want him was when they gave up Rob Gronkowski for a 4th-round pick, which honestly they probably could have just done a straight-up swap. And then after speaking with some Tampa Bay sources, the indication that I have been getting is Rob Gronkowski and Cameron Brate have not been models. So that O.J. Howard is some insurance for them, at least right now. Will O.J. Howard have his 5th-year option extended to him? And that deadline is coming down the pike, I think, in the next 10 days or so. Probably not, but they would love to hold on to him for this 2020 season. So not a huge surprise. I don't think that it totally shuts the door on New England and O.J. Howard, but that door is just barely ajar. And then the other thing, again, New England really, really liked Justin Herbert and really, really like Tua Tagovailoa. They just don't care for Jordan Love and Jacob Eason and Fromm. They just don't care for them. If they wanted the guys, they would have gone out there and gotten the guys. What makes the most sense, again, just sending them a 4th or 5th round pick, the Cincinnati Bengals, for an Andy Dalton. I don't know, and Scott Pioli has talked about this, that potential personality clash between Cam Newton and Bill Belichick. Andy Dalton is not going to play for the Cincinnati Bengals in 2020. If there is a musical chair game, he can find a chair in New England.
All right, closing the book on that interesting pick for the New England Patriots, 91st overall, Devin Asiasi, the tight end out of UCLA.
Want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis. No yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.